Hello everyone, it's me Nancy Finch doing another Tea with Nan on a Monday at 12 o'clock. Welcome, I hope you've got your cuppa ready. I've got a lovely heart cup today. This is one that one of my friends got me and it's one of my favourites. It reminds me to love me and love my world and let my world love me. It's lovely. Oh great, lovely. So I hope you're having a lovely day so far on a Monday. It's my favourite day, as you know, and I hope you're all well since the last time I've been on here a week ago, believe it or not. So there's nobody joined me yet, but I'm sure you're going to catch up later. Today's Tea with Nan is all about being somebody's gift. I mean, what I mean by that is quite often we, as an example of ourselves, are often a gift to somebody else in some way. Somebody's joined us. I'd like to say hi and send, oh, it's Vicky. Oh, good afternoon. It's just gone 12. Oh, happy Monday to you, Vicky. It's nice that you've joined us, darling. Thank you. And Julie's here as well. Oh, happy Monday to you, sweetheart. It's lovely that you've joined us and remembered. There's apparently 5 people on here, so I'm sending Reiki hugs to all of you, even if you don't say your name. Oh, Jane's on here as well. And Annie. Oh, it's lovely that you've joined us, Annie. I hope you're well and hope your allotment's good. Julie says, happy Monday hugs, Nancy. Oh, there's nothing better, is there, than starting the week with a big hug from like-minded people, high vibration people like yourselves. Isn't that lovely? Oh, hi Jane. It's always lovely to stay in touch every week, isn't it? So I value this as much as you do, I'm sure, with some of the things we need to remember. Hi Kerry, happy Monday to you, my sweet. Lovely that you're on here. So if I miss any of your names, of course, I send you a heart and lots of love later. Oh, Ellen. Oh, happy Monday to you, sweetheart. Big hug. Big hug. So today is Tea with Nan. It might be, I've got another heart, thank you. Today, you might be someone's gift. You know, we don't often remember this, but when we're having some conflict with somebody, or we have an interesting situation where we're challenged. Oh, hi, Annie. Lovely you're here, darling. Thank you. But we're challenged by some situation and a person maybe, okay? Oh, Annie says allotment alternatively soggy. Yes, it is soggy, but it's a challenge. Yeah, well, I'm sure you can manage, darling. I'm sure you make the best of that. And it's going to be dry soon. We're going to have lovely weather, aren't we? Nice. So going back to the subject, you may be someone's gift. It's very difficult when you're in a conflict with somebody to remember that you might be their gift. You might be just what they need to digest that concept that you're giving out, that feeling, that conversation, that being, that person that you are, that example. Oh, Faye's here as well. Lovely to see you, darling. So you might be the person they need to grow from. You might be the gift that they need to be a better person from. And it's a nice way of remembering that, because they can be for us too, can't they? If you find that a person is challenging, it's quite often where the growth is. The challenge is offering growth. A growth for ourselves or a growth for them. So if you can look objectively at it for a moment and not take it personally, then whatever the conflict is giving you that opportunity to think, what am I growing from here? What do I need to do? It could be boundaries. It could be self-value. It could be anything of those concepts. It could be something that you haven't really developed in yourself. Maybe it is to say no. Maybe it is to learn from them or their example. You know, we are their gifts and they're our gifts. They are a mirror to ourselves. They offer us a feeling of reflection. You know, quite often we need that outside reflection to grow from. Otherwise, if we were living in an isolated place, we wouldn't learn anything, would we? So it's really important to embrace the gift that you are to others. You know, walk away from a situation. Oh, hi, Nikki. Lovely that you're here, darling. Happy Monday. So walk away from that situation emotionally just for a second to realize, what are you teaching them? Maybe you're teaching them by example how to be a better person, how to be a mature person in a situation maybe. Oh, I'm really well, thank you, Nikki. Thank you very much, darling. It's lovely. I love Mondays, as you know. I'm always in a very good mood on Monday. New beginnings and all. But anyway, yeah, going back to that, I mean, take a parent who's trying to teach their child, their adult child maybe, or the teenager, and the child's resistant of them. You know, maybe they're trying to teach them and they're having an argument, or that's just an example to come to mind. That adult is trying to put across a message, perhaps a gift of learning, and that adult child or teenager isn't really listening. So the parent might be very frustrated. But you see, later on down the line in life, that person, that child, has maybe grow up and think about that and have a reevaluation of it and realize, that's what they were trying to tell me. You may be someone's gift, and they may be yours. Think about that. Next time you have a conflict with somebody or some disagreement in some way, families are usually good at that, or some friends as well, I've had that with, just question yourself, am I their gift or are they my gift? What can I learn from this? What can I evolve from this? You know, I did write this actually on a board here. I hardly ever look at my board, but you know, quite often we defend our honor, we argue, we you know, confront. It's not the way to really grow from that situation. We're just reacting against it, which isn't really gonna, it might make us feel momentarily good to have, you know, a battle with somebody, but it's not really going to help your soul. It's not going to help you to grow. So if you can think, what can I get? What can I get from this relationship? It might be self-love, self-respect, setting boundaries, maybe forgiveness. Maybe if you're showing an example of forgiveness and somebody doesn't agree with you, it might be that is their gift from you to them, and they'll digest that later, because it's hardly ever they digest their gifts on the moment. It's usually afterwards people reflect and they think, that's what I got from that, or that's what they were trying to teach me. And we don't even need words. As I say, we can do it by example. So I usually like to tell, what have I got here about relationship? Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, the law of attraction, if we keep feeling a victim to a situation and battles with that person, we're going to attract more of it from them and from other people around, because that's what we're feeling. And whatever we feel, we attract more of. So if you can rise above it a little bit and just realize, or detach rather, and realize, who's the gift here? Am I a gift to them, or are they a gift to me? And trust the fact that some good is going to come from it, then you're not going to attract more of a difficult situation with them or others. You know, it's it's a good way of looking at it, really. I was going to say manure story. Yes, this is a good story. I made this up years ago, really. But if you imagine a big pile of manure, right, in life, it might be that you keep attracting difficult people, for instance, you know, or you're living in a situation where it's hard or abusive, like I was actually, many, many years of that. So big pile of life's manure, okay? The way to really embrace your gifts that you've got from that situation and the gifts that they've been offered to you to learn from yourself is to imagine you've got your best rubber gloves on and you've got to go into the pile of manure and you've got to get out a gift. You've got to get something out of this situation. So in you go, and nobody wants to get near the smelly stuff, and you bring out this gift, and there's your gift. Maybe it's self-value. Maybe it's boundaries. Maybe it's self-respect. Maybe it's self-love. And the more gifts you get from that pile of manure, the better you will be. And the smaller the pile of manure gets. And in the end, you feel like you've got a whole pile of gifts from this situation, with a person, with a relationship, you know, whatever, with a situation that you're in. Take the gifts out of it. You know, it's very important that we don't deny ourselves those gifts. And if we don't take enough gifts from that, like I didn't many, many times on situations with close relationships and husbands, etc., I didn't take out the gift of self-value enough, or the self-honor, or the boundaries, or those things, you know, many, many gifts I didn't take out, or wanted to, but maybe a few at a time. But if you don't take enough out, you go around the corner in life and there will be a bigger pile of manure, and you've got to take more gifts anyway. So to avoid this prolonged state, perhaps just learn to metaphorically take the gifts out of that situation, and you'll end up with a really lovely surprise of all these gifts you've given yourself, and you'll look at yourself differently. It's a very healthy thing to do. Hi, Paul. Lovely that you've joined us. Thank you. Thank you for being here on a Monday. So I do like the manure story, because I always say that I've grown into a bigger flower because of life's manure. I was going to get a T-shirt printed. I've grown into a bigger flower because of it, you know. Oh, some people like saying life shit, whatever suits you, whatever word suits you best. But I really believe that it helps us to grow on a very emotional, mental level, really. You analyze things differently once you're more objective, once you're more detached from that situation. Really good. So I also like to tell people a story about allowing other people that we love to open their gifts. You know, quite often we want to fix a situation for another person, and we want to take away the pain or the discomfort of that, what they're in. But this is a nice story to remember when you've got a big heart, most of you have, and you want to help someone you love. But remember this, if next door had a parcel and it got delivered to my house, okay, I wouldn't open that gift because that gift belongs to them. I would give it back to them and I would help them, perhaps watch them open it. I might give them a pair of scissors and help them open it, but they must open their own gift. I would never open someone else's gift. If you can remember that when you're trying to help somebody else, help them, but enable them to take the gift from that. Allow them to learn from that situation. Give them support and love, but don't take it away from them, the situation. If you were to mend everything with a magic wand, like most mums and dads and friends and family want to do with each other, it's going to be the pile of manure around the corner, isn't it? They're not going to take what they need out of that. And they really need to learn from that on a soul level to be really happy and to attract less of it. Otherwise, if we take it away from them, they're going to go around the corner in life, like I said, and going to attract more and more until they take what they really need, until they've learned, until they evolve from that gift. And that's the glory of it. That's the beauty of it. Because real happiness comes from that evolvement. So it does take some pain to grow. Of course it does. As most Buddhist people would say, you know, you can't grow without pain, but you can deal with it better if you're objective. And if you don't judge it as a good or bad thing, if you accept the situation is there to teach you, then you're not in a reactive, stressful, worried state about that. You're not feeling out of control with that situation. You're feeling in control because you've got an action. I'm going to step away from this. I'm going to say to myself, am I their gift or are they my gift? And I'm going to be objective. And I'm not going to judge myself or anyone else. I'm going to realize that somehow in that consciousness that I've created, that I'm learning from that situation. Either way, okay? Does that make sense to a lot of people? I know you can all relate to family and friends being that the gifts that you need to learn from. But you will, I've got an affirmation here, you will definitely feel better from focusing on the fact that everything is a gift, because you won't feel vulnerable from it. And that will help your solar plexus area as well. I've got the chakras. I've got everything here, actually. I've got chakras and I've got an affirmation. The chakras that are going to benefit from you sort of detaching and realizing without judgment that everything's a gift. Are you their gift or they're yours? Is the green area. This is your immune system here. Okay, this green area here. That's going to give you, if you feel this way for a moment and analyze it, not react to this situation, you're going to have understanding, compassion, acceptance. That's going to be nice. That's going to give you a sense of peace, isn't it? How beautiful. Oh, there's a very strange noise in the room. Anyway, so that's going to give you acceptance, compassion, understanding. It's also going to help your purple area, your crown here. There's a top on here, okay? It's going to give you a feeling of wisdom and mindfulness. And detachment is this one here. It's lovely. So it's going to give you a clearer mind. You'll be more likely to trust yourself and your perception as you apply this lovely feeling of detachment and acceptance and realizing the wisdom of it. Okay, you are someone's gift, or they're yours. So this is an affirmation I'd love you to write down, guys, if you want to. I see the gifts in every situation, or I see the gift in every situation. Okay, I see the gift in every situation. And what you're doing is telling your subconscious mind, which is 95%, when you're writing with 5%, I see the gift in every situation, the 95% will believe you and somehow give you that gift. And you'll recognize the gift easier. If you can make an affirmation up, that kind of drops it into your emotional pond, if you like. So give that a go. I see the gift in every situation. It's lovely. The chakras that you're going to be helping, as I say, is a tonic for all of them, but you'll physically feel more relaxed. Because you'll be more, oh, it's not my fault, it's not their fault. You'll be calmer. Your central nervous system benefits from that. Emotionally, no stress hormones. You'll release the stress. Then you've got emotionally, you'll be more detached, and detachment is everything. You know, we can't grow if we're involved with all that reaction. We can't grow. We need to detach from it to grow, okay? And mentally, you'll be more at peace with yourself. You won't be fizzing around here with all these thoughts. And you know, when we have something that consumes us, it takes away the joy of everything we have in the day. And we've got to be more clear-minded and smell the roses and be free of that chaos that we create in our heads. So this helps you a lot, actually. There's a couple of things I want to show you. As recently, I've channeled through a long time ago my symbols I'm going to create in a book for you. But This is one called Acceptance, and I think you can read it there. I wrote it backwards. And it's a really nice symmetrical shape, okay, with a little triangle in the middle. It's almost like being grounded with a triangle, and you're just accepting in harmony around that situation, around that personal conflict or whatever you've got in the family or in your life, okay? Acceptance brings peace, and peace will make you feel at ease, and you'll be able to think better because you're more at ease. When we're chaotic, we can't think straight. We all know that. So this is acceptance. As I say, it's going to be really good for the heart chakra. It's really good for your mind. And I've just written it out like very primitively, but it'll do. So you can draw it in a symmetrical shape like that, okay? Up, so you're doing round and up, and then you're doing the triangle. You can do it any way you like, actually. So as long as you're happy with that symbol, there it is, acceptance. That really is a great way of calming your mind and calming your mind, your body, your adrenals, your heart. It's a really good way of doing that, to settle your heart. So without blame and shame, without accusation, without conflict, this is a really nice way to accept the person is like that or the situation is like that. But what gifts can I take from this? Like the pile of manure. Or what gifts am I to them? Even if they don't acknowledge that we're a gift, we usually are a gift to each other. Now, 9 times out of 10, this will make sense if you start applying it to people that you don't get on with. You'll see something change in them. So acceptance, you can draw it one at a time like this, okay? Or you can draw it together with a triangle, okay? Acceptance brings peace. It does. It gives you that feeling of, and it gives you a stable, powerful place to sit in the middle of that acceptance, you see? So you can draw it on your hand, you can draw it in the mirror, you can just put your hand upon it, you can draw it and put your hand upon it. I accept the situation. So you're not going to fight it, you're not going to be in conflict with it, which is going to help you and, as I say, your body and what you attract by the law of attraction. You don't want to be attracting more conflict. Well, you can if you like, if you want lots of manure all at once. So you've got your affirmation. I see the gift in every situation. You've got the acceptance, peace. It stops us from overthinking that symbol as well. But it most of all gives us detachment. If you can just breathe. I use the acceptance symbol, and I'm just going to accept that is what it is. And I'm not going to try and change them, because that really doesn't work. It's force, and force doesn't usually work on a person. So it's one way of looking at it. It's a good thing to practice. And everyone that kind of can conflict with you or has any disagreement or doesn't see the world the way you do, just accept that that's who they are, and just use that symbol. I accept that's who they are. And I know that I'm their gift or they're mine, okay? Oh, hi, Trudy. It's lovely that you're there. Happy Monday to you, darling. Never too late. You can always listen again. So there's a really good tea with Nan I did just last week that kind of led on to this a little bit, because I've been meaning to do You May Be Someone's Gift for some time, you know? And if you can be objective, that's where the learning is, as I keep saying. And family are great gifts. And some families have got bigger pile of manure than others, you know, to go in to get your gift from. So, but this is a really nice tea with Nan I did last week, and it was called Rise Above It. And it was on Tea with Nan on the 11th of the 3rd, 24. Okay, so look it up. Rise Above It was literally just, again, about detachment and realizing you can look down upon that situation and analyze it better. Okay, it's about taking a different stand on these challenges that we have with people and everyone around us. And so if it goes beautifully, it knits beautifully with You May Be Someone's Gift. So if you want to, and they're like little chains of links of a chain, aren't they? So use as many as my talks as you want to, because they all kind of have relevance in our lives. But these two particularly work very well together. So look up last week's, thank you for the hearts, and put it together with You May Be Someone's Gift, because it is very powerful. Perhaps listen to both of them and see if they make sense to you and how you might apply that in your daily lives, because it will give you peace here. It will make your immune system stronger. It will give you a feeling of being in control, less stress, more peace, you know, and that's a great thing to feel, because once you're feeling that, you're going to attract more of it. And then you're going to be in a place where you can think better and trust your feelings and trust your thoughts much better than you do. Perhaps from being in the chaos, we're dragged down and we can't think straight. And we think we're influenced by another person's negativity. So Rise Above It last week, And you may be someone's gift this week. It may just give you all the tools you need to be a more authentic and calm person that you want to be while you're looking at everything around you and seeing where you need to go. And your life's journey will be easier. So if you want to go to www.nancyfinch.co.uk, you'll find my website. All the tea with Nans are there that we're doing right now, informal, lovely. You can also share that, by the way, if you would. It's also on YouTube, by the way, everything I do. But if you want to share what we've got today, you never know, it might be someone's difference that they need. You know, maybe just a bit of inspiration to do things differently or to think differently. That would be amazing, because you never know, by sharing something, and words are very powerful. And if you can use your words or your care and your kindness to share, then you're going to be able to feel that when they come back to you and say, it was that day I changed something in my life. And all the tiny changes you make in your life, they show bigger results down the lane, down the road in life, you know. If you, as I like to say, if you take a boat and it's on a fixed course, and you take the boat off of its fixed course by about ½ an inch, just a little tiny bit, it doesn't seem like a lot, does it? But over a period of time and space, you'll find yourself in a different place, miles and miles away from where you were going to be. So if you take that metaphor to yourself, those tiny changes you make for yourself are going to change your life. Maybe not right here you see it, but over a period of time and space, you'll see yourself in a different place. It's a nice one to remember. And so all the little tiny things, if you've only got the energy to do a tiny positive thing for yourself today, that will help you over here later on. You'll see a difference. You'll look back and you'll say, I used to be a person who reacted this way or that way. Oh, Jane liked that. Thank you, Jane. I'm sure you've heard some of those little things, nannerisms before, haven't you? I like to call them nannerisms. Oh, hi, Claire. It's lovely you're here, darling. Sorry you're late, but it doesn't matter. You can listen again, sweetie, and perhaps, as I say, share this with other people. And Wendy's here as well. Hi, Wendy. Lovely you're here, darling. Happy hugs to you. So we're doing this for an emotional reason, emotional, physical, mental, and for a soul level. We're doing detachment. We're realizing we could be someone's gift, you know. There was another thing, actually, that I put on my board I almost forgot about. Wayne Dyer did a story called, he quoted a story. Oh, hi, Kev. Lovely that you're here, darling. Thank you. Wayne Dyer did a story about orange juice. And just before I go, I'm going to quickly go over this because it's good to remember. The gifts in life are everywhere. And this story represents it. So he said, if you squeeze an orange, all you get is orange juice because that's what's inside. And it doesn't matter who squeezes it or how hard you squeeze it, it's always orange juice. Well, if you take the metaphor to yourself, it doesn't matter who squeezes or invokes a feeling out of you. It isn't actually he, she, they, or that that's caused that feeling to come up. We think it is. We think they've made me angry, they've made me sad or whatever. But it isn't. It really isn't. It's something that we've always had inside and they've triggered it. Up it comes. And so this is stale orange juice, if you like, and it gives you a chance to realise that what you're not getting from another person is a gift that you need to give to yourself. And all you have to do is realise, I'm not getting respect from that person, I'm not getting validation, I'm not getting love, I'm not getting support, whatever it is. Whatever that orange juice is, you need to then allow the orange juice to come up to your consciousness, if you like. I give myself the things I need from others. And I think next door's doing some repairs on his house. So hopefully you can still hear me. Oh, so just think to yourself, what is stirring up in me? What has that person made me feel? How can I take something from that gift that they're offering me? Okay, so you take the gift out of that metaphoric pile of manure and you realise it's a gift in life. Wherever you look, there's a gift, okay? And if something squeezes your orange juice and you get frustrated or angry or upset with anything, just remember, I give myself the things I need from others. And that might be, as I say, peace, happiness, whatever. It might be something you're not getting from somewhere else. Give it to yourself, okay? Lovely. And remember that there are gifts, so thank goodness for that, because it's squeezed out a feeling, an opportunity for you to heal yourself and to be a better person from it. Okay, lovely. Okay, I think we've finished. It's been lovely being on here. If everyone wants to just play with this idea of recognizing you may be someone's gift. And it doesn't matter, without judgment, doesn't matter who's right and wrong. You may be someone's gift. Okay? I like what Annie's just said about little bags and piles of manure in a new light. I forgot you used that, Annie. That's brilliant. Yes. So now every time you see those little bags that you put on your allotment, you can just say, yeah, people are like these bags. They're like little bags of manure that you're going to grow from. Or you might be their gift, remember, okay? Oh, thank you, Trudy. Lots of love to you too. Before it gets any noisier, I'm going to leave you. And, oh, thanks, Nikki. That's lovely. I'm going to remind you again to look on the website for more Tea with Nans, but especially last week, Rise Above It, and to use your acceptance, because that brings you peace. Let me know how you get on with that. It'd be lovely if I got your feedback next week. Thank you. Take care, everybody. So namaste. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Julie. That's so sweet. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Annie. Namaste to all of you. You know, I send you a big hug after this, and I always send you Reiki with that. Lots of love with that every single time I see you on here. So please share this. Share the love. Share the gifts. And maybe you'll be the difference in someone's life as well. I hope you are. I'm sure you are. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you next week. And have a lovely, lovely week. Just to keep your emotional balloon high. Take care. Bye, everyone.